bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah, in the limit. Yeah, super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with a beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff on.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come back, come back. Down. Blue 80.
On second down, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first down carry now for Miller. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Reset. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
You got 4. Come back.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Richmond.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's one thing to be as disruptive as he's been all year. It's another to do it as a rookie. He might not only be a candidate for Rookie of the Year.
No, don't say it.
But
don't say it.
Defensive Player of the Year, possibly.
Yeah, and to do that, you have to be dominant from the first snap your rookie year because, let's face it, everyone devalues rookies a little bit or makes them work harder in order to get votes. Remember Ndamukong Suh's rookie year? I mean, he was everything that season, including first-team All-Pro. That's the type of year we're seeing here.
Richmond. Reset.
Third and long. It's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, goal. Sound goal.
Here's Foles. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Nothing said.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Foles. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second and 9 now from the 21. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. he knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Foles. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. David Irving in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They still can't get him. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Back to throw, Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Come back, come back. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Down. Green, 39. Green, 39.
3rd and 2, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry now for KharyMcFly313's. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Richmond. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Watson on 3rd down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Sharks got it left side. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously, the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Looking long for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now back to throw. Buying time to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted. Now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Two jet! Tiger!
Hey,
Tiger!
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Check pass, check pass.
Gonna use you. Come to me, it's me.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man right side is Sharp. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watch him now, Barney!
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Come back, come back. Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. 2 jet, 2 jet.
Back to throw, Watson. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff to Miller. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
Again, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Richmond, Richmond. We got 4.
To throw is Watson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4 down.
Come back, come back.
50, Mike's 50.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Gun!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jadeveon Clowney in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th.
Come back! Down! Blue 80!
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Underneath for Miller. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Texan first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. 5
yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Hey, when you kill it, motion.
Tiger!
Now it's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Watson now to throw. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
4 down.
Watson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And they work this out past the 25. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. David Irving. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. Shark's got it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Jaguars on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick. I know.